Poisonous vibration. Help my body run. I'm running for my life. Running for my life. Sipping on straight glory. Let the vibe slide over me. This beat is a chemical. Beat is a chemical. When I leave, don't save my sleep.
Need your pressure washing supplies fast? PPW Express brings you top brands, always in stock, and a mobile app that lets you order in seconds. Enjoy same-day shipping on every order placed before 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Download the PPW Express app today.
Stand out with custom gear from DAB Marketing. No design fees, no minimum orders. Just premium sublimated shirts built for the service industry. Look professional, look sharp. Get your gear from DAB Marketing.
Happy Thursday, everybody. This is Anthony from Southern Surface Cleaning and Pressure Washing here with Trudy from the Panhandle Power Wash Supply Store down there in Freeport, Florida, where it's nice and warm and sunny. But we are on. Christmas is on its way. You got about 6-7 days left before the big Santa Day comes. So if you ain't got all your Christmas shopping done for yourself, guys, you need to jump over to the Panhandle website and get that done. And you can go jump over to DAB Marketing and get you some cool swag going on and stuff. Alana will hook you up. She'll make you look real good when you go out and do them quotes. We're here with a good friend of ours, a brother of mine, Jared Swan. Man, it's always an honor to have you on the show. I have to excuse my voice for being a little sick over the last week or so. So may not do a whole lot of talking and a lot of coughing, but y'all just bear with us. We're going to push through here and we're going to get this done. Jared, what's on your mind, brother? Nice to see you.
What up, man? It's good to see you.
Brother, hanging in here.
Bro, it was warmed up a little bit more for us today. We got some rain. It was like sprinkling kind of rain.
You're a little further down than Trudio, so
yeah.
Yeah,
She's north to me.
Warm, but man, it rained all day. It was 99% chance rain. I walked out for 1 minute. I'm like, this must be the 1%.
1%. You were the 1%, right?
It stopped raining for like 10 minutes. I'm like, here it is.
This is the moment. Yeah.
It was a moment of no rain. I was a 1%er for one time in my life.
I feel bad. Everybody else I talk to in the country is frozen. I talked to Sean from Veloci, and he's like, it's like negative degrees.
They're like negative 20 degrees, ain't they?
No, man, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, my bones would freeze when I walked out and something like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to act.
Your bowls, like when you put soup
No,
in?
his bones.
Oh.
Bones.
Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah, they could freeze too.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it clean. Oh my goodness. So we have a friend that's military. He's a civilian servant. He lives in Syracuse, New York. He always, when he comes back to town, he stays with us a couple of weeks and hangs out. He's like, I ain't going. I'm not going up there.
I'm telling you, it'd be so hard. I don't know. It'd be hard to go back.
Crazy.
I feel bad though. I do feel bad.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
like,
probably why so many people are moving to Florida.
Yeah, I know. And they all turn into pressure washers. I don't know what happened. They all want to buy pressure washers and work.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
What can you blame them? It's a great business to start up in. It's very low startup
in the world.
in general, I think all of us had our start in it trying to figure it out, and we were able to figure it out at some point, and either run a business or do something in this industry. And so that's a cool piece to it. But I think that the one thing I always remember is like the cool thing about this industry is it brings in a lot of people that are what I want to call like second chance guys or second chance gals, where they've had something happen in their life and change it and make some shifts. And now they've had to start a new business. I had to start mine and make it successful. It had a time period. That was it. Just had a trailer and a pressure washer and some hope, baby. That's all I could do. That's it.
A lot of hope and a whole lot of prayer.
Yeah, that's how
I
we
knew
do
how to
it.
I knew how to clean windows. That was it.
Hey, I don't even clean windows, not at my own house.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We're gonna tonight. We're just gonna talk on some stuff. It's kind of slowing down around everybody. It's getting that downtime.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you don't own a really big business because I've been running around in circles. I got my accountants, I've got inventory, I've got want to know where did this $2 go and what was it for? And I'm just like, that was January 28th. I have no idea what I bought for that.
Well, here's
accountants-
$2.
Yeah.
The accountants have to know because it's nuts. So,
Yeah.
so
No,
for-
but this is the time. I mean, really, for the guys that are sole priorities and on the truck doing bids and all that stuff. I mean, really, when you got downtime, you need to put your boots to the pavement
Mhm.
and get out there and grind. Because if you wait to February, it's too late.
Yeah.
Everybody, Granny's already been knocking on the doors. Stuff for the businesses, the restaurants, and all the property management groups and all that stuff. So that's what we're putting in line to do to kick off the first of the year, and we're just going to flood the market with advertisement and stuff, and just get out there and shake hands and hug babies, I guess.
A lot of people have already winterized their machines for the year too, so they're going to be down for the next 3 months. They're picking up different either winter work or they're planning, right? Like teachers doing the summer, they either pick up another job, or they take a summer break, or you know what I mean, when in their off season. So it's like kind of us in the washing, world, either we pick up secondary work, or we plan for it, and plan according. And a lot of guys, have kind of started to do in the downtime. What I've always found is that especially December, January, February, that's when guys do a lot of the rebuilds on their trailers, a lot of big renovations that they're like, I don't want to replumb that because when I take that one hose off, I gotta, you know what I mean? Like open up
I
this,
gotta take all this other stuff off.
Pandora's box of just wow, like that's how because that's how it was for me. Like when I had to change hoses, it would be like, oh shit, I'd be like, one hose, two hose, three hoses. All right, dump everything, and it's a perfect time for most people, right? Everybody's tanks are empty, everybody's hoses are drained out. They've either blown them out, with air, or they have put antifreeze in them. I really like the air technique. I thought that was kind of a cool move I've seen guys doing.
Or they live in Florida and they don't have to do any of that.
Or they don't have to do any of it. Yeah, but I'm trying to talk about what 3/4 of the rest of the country. Even though most of the washing people are down in the southeast anyway of the world. But there's excuse me. But a lot of people are in downtime. A lot of people do two things, right? So it's planning on what they're buying, what they're going to put on their rig, and what they're going to use for the next year, what systems they're going to put in place, or like education, what types of new things they're going to introduce into their business. Like, are they going to do more marketing? Just like Anthony, you hit it perfectly on the head. In January, we're going to start running full steam, right? Like that's you along with so many other people. They're like, no, this is what we're going to do. We're going to decide here now, and you make plans in these times to make that happen. That's what I love about the winter time. That's my favorite part.
We was going through a part of town last night or night before, and I just told Tracy, so you see all this buildings, all these apartments, all these businesses up through here? I said, that's how many pamphlets you got to make up. She said, what?
There you go.
I said, them 2 boxes of pamphlets we got need to be filled up from January. I said, because after the first of the year, Ant's going to be up here, and we're going to flood this market.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to do it. I've told people I'm going to work on getting off the truck this coming year, and run the business like I should be running it.
I do not. I don't believe it.
And be that business owner that
lies.
I'm trying. I said I'm going to try.
I mean, Shane's been trying for 16 years, and he goes out every damn day because
That's Shane. I'm gonna set the example for Shane. I'm gonna be his mentor.
We're gonna have a brother-sister argument, okay? So
whatever. But yeah, I mean, you got to get out there. Somehow or another, you got to figure out your niche to get ahead of everybody else.
Yeah,
and stick with it. One thing be loyal to yourself and loyal to your customers. If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Yeah.
Don't never go back on your word to your customer, whatever. If it costs you money, if you underbid the job, don't go back and say, hey, I messed up.
Yeah.
You know, do the job, take the loss. You know, you might can make it up down the road somewhere, you know, but just stick to your guns and just be truthful. And has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
And this time of year, there's so many festivals and, you know, Christmas parades and Christmas parties and get-togethers, and every restaurant's doing something at some point. Get your brand out there. Get your name out there. You know what? If it's a Christmas party, I'm out there in Classic Touch. I'm out there showing, well, I'm Panhandle now, but going out, I'm pushing the wash company, because these homeowners don't care what I do in the warehouse. They want their house washed. So push your brand. You know, you can make a whole suit with your logo on it for $197 online. You know, go out and look damn gaudy, but get your brand out. Nobody's going to forget you. If you show up at a Christmas party wearing your logo all over your damn suit, is people going to forget you? I don't think so.
Yeah. Somebody's rig pulled the trailer with a bunch of kids on it. Was that yours, Trudy?
Oh,
was it?
Yeah.
Was it with like cubs on it or something? I think it's all.
So I buy all the Cub Scout meat sticks to support the local troops.
And I like to eat them.
So I showed up because my grandson's in that troop, and they said, can we use your truck to pull it and use a trailer? We're like, yeah. So we pulled up with the truck and trailer, and I'm showing up in just a pink shirt, you know, nothing. They're like, well, you sponsored us in the parade. You need to be on the float. I'm like, oh. So I had to find a little boutique and spend $70 for the shirt that says fa la 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 on it. And I'm just like, I just spent $70 on a shirt because I'm on a parade float now. I didn't even know. But so apparently we're doing this for every parade they have, Mardi Gras, whatever. So now we have bought that many meat sticks. We are now the sole sponsors of the Scouts. But we're going to do bigger things next year. I'm going to have Kyle and an elf on the shelf standing in the middle of the skid. He don't know this yet, but it's going to happen next year. Tell him. He'll never know. He's not on here. He'll never know.
Hey, Bobby, going to watch it.
Yeah. Gosh,
oh, me.
Yeah, so it was fun. We had fun. I mean, we love to give back to our community, and that's the way. You give to community because it's good for you as a person. It's good for the community. It's good for the children or whoever, the church or whoever you're working with. But when you give, they want to give back, and it's not okay. There's 1,000 people in the church. Maybe you get 10 that say, oh my gosh, you helped us, we're going to help you. And it's not, you don't do it to get that, but it's also a good way to get in your community, and they can learn about you. So it's not, you don't go in there getting, okay, I'm going to do this so I can get customers.
Yeah.
But in the
idea.
You might, You don't have any, that's not what you're doing.
You're showing that you support the community that you live in. And what's cool is if anybody asks, like with your story, they're like, well, how do I get my truck to pull the cup? They go, you have to buy about $2 million worth of meat sticks. Let me tell you, that's what they're gonna say. You know what I mean? Like which shows that you support the community. Like, so you deserve it, which that's the type of I guess advertising that's unstoppable, you know, because if anybody's like, oh well, we need something, oh well, we know who we're gonna call because she buys all our meat sticks. So we better, if we supported somebody else, she'd be mad at us.
Yeah. I mean,
those are good, man. I didn't know you were. I didn't even know they went towards a cause. They were good at the shop just to eat.
Yeah. That's what happened to that case I had in there. I wondered where it went.
Yeah.
So, no, but I mean, we bought so many meat sticks to give away to our customers that I think the camping that they had in October was paid for. The pears. We don't
bring up the pears.
Alana,
come on.
Up here. We
I wasn't even going to bring them up, but your wife done threw you under the bus, sir.
Ooh. Anthony's on a mission.
Way to go, sis. Way to go.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is QuickQuote. Can you tell us what that is? Because I've
Yeah.
never seen that orange thing behind you before.
No, it's new, right? This is
Oh,
new.
it's new.
This
Yeah,
new
it's a
little
brand
orange
new
thing.
thing.
It's brand new. Little, and, orange is my favorite color, so that's
Yeah.
what you get to deal with there, and it matches my personality, which is
Yeah.
so bold and bright, just like the
Bold and
sunshine.
bright.
All right. Yeah.
BBJ.
So anyway, yes, a super cool opportunity, has come to, to me and Brad, you guys have known, we talked about what last time I was on, I guess the time before last, Brad was on with me. And, we've had an awesome opportunity because the team over at My Salesman are crushing it into in the fencing industry with their product. And this, they wanted to branch into pressure washing. They wanted to branch into soft washing. They wanted to see what this industry but like if they could provide a right source for this industry, they thought they had something for it, right? And so as soon as I looked into it, I'm like, bro, if I had this when I was washing, like when I was in my days, this could have changed my life because I ran ads on my website, right? I had constantly ads rolling, but I was also washing, so I was on the roof. I didn't have insurance for my guys, so I had to be the one washing the roofs, right? So, but what would happen with me is customers would call and nobody, they would either call down the list of people, and they would get to my name and I would answer the phone and they would be like, oh wow, finally I got somebody that even answered the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like you get that often, right? And so I'm like, yeah, well, I'm actually washing too. I'm sorry for you hear any noise, but I'm up on a roof. Like, it's 120 degrees trying to do this. And but that helped me win just answering the phones, right? A lot of times the customer would say, hey, well, I'll wait for your call back when you get off the roof, and let's talk. And so essentially then I would call them back and I would have to hope that I'd closed that customer enough, gave them enough, kind of an enticing conversation piece that they'll want to continue the conversation with me. In this case, what QuickQuote is it's essentially a sales tool that's going to sit on either your website or on a business card. It's a link that's going to go that you're going to use, that somebody else is going to use by clicking on a get a quote on your website, or like I said, scanning a link, a QR code on the side of your truck, on your business card, on a 5 round, on a flyer. They'll scan that and it's going to take them to basically a screen where it asks for them to put in their address. So they're going to pop in their address and as soon as they do, their house is going to pop up. And then they're going to ask questions, what are you looking for? What type of services are you trying to get, done today? And it'll either be house washing, roof washing, maybe something, a patio cleaning, maybe it's paver sealing, maybe it's, the Christmas lights. These are the things that we talked about that this software is already crushing in the fencing industry for, that we were like, okay, what can this work in pressure washing, right? From a satellite view, can this work? Can we measure a house and can we give a customer's an actual estimate? Well, when I used to wash, my customers' estimates ranged on square footage a house, right? So when I gave them a quote, it was from 1,600 square foot to 1,800 square foot, from 1,900 to 21, and then from 21 to 25, right? And then it was like 27 to 3, and then anything over 3,000, I needed to go see it. Like that's how I told people, was like that was it, because you get 3,000 square foot houses, they start getting all the nooks and crannies and the fancy stuff, And in my area, those are 1.5 million, right? So you need to go see that one, right? Like at that point. And so in this case, most customers are in that 1,800 to 2,700 square feet, right? All of those houses are squares, right? When you pick them up on Google Maps, it's instantly, you can see it from a satellite view. You can right click it, right? Most contractors are doing it. They're right clicking it. They're measuring it, trying to get an estimate quote. What this does, the customer does all the work for you, not in a bad way, but it helps them to feel like they're moving forward, right? They can't necessarily get an answer from you right away that's confident enough from you. Where you're going, oh man, well, based on you telling me your house is 1,700 square feet, it might be this range, but I'd like to come see it. The whole goal of this is, in my case, and what I tell most people is, if you're up on a roof and a customer calls, and you can say, hey, if you go on my website, or if, right here on this link where I'm going to send you on my business card, or if it's on your flyer, you can get a quote yourself. They'll put in the address, then they'll measure their house out, get the service, and they get a range. The service range is 20%, right? It's a 5% on the lower side and like a, upper higher range, I believe, on the upper end. And it scales. You can change it. And the contractors can change the services names, the prices, packages. You get to choose all that you want to do there and what you want to select. And then basically the customer decides on their end what services they want. And at the end, they put in their information. and then they get a ranged quote. What you get on your end is a pipeline, right? So in the, when you get off the truck, you can instantly see in your email, you're going to have a quote, a formal quote with a picture of the customer's house, roof view, what services they're looking for, and the quote that it gave them based on your pricing. You can also set minimums, right? So the Christmas lights guys, that have minimums out there, you're not going to get a 30-foot spread, right? You're going to get go handle yourself. You're going to get
I think he's gonna get me sick. I need to
stop it. I feel contagious. Yeah.
I know. I think I'm getting sick. I don't
But on the services, so going back to with it, the way the services are, their customer's going to do a little measure, they're going to do a little work and see, and then click what they want, and they're going to get a general estimate, and then that allows your team to follow up. So you, Trudy, you could hand it to a sales guy and say, here's on the next morning, you can say, here's who you're going to see. There's 5 people, here's their addresses, here's what services they're offering. That guy shows up, he's got a sheet with already information in front of his hands. Then you can do the entire sales process and close a customer, right? You can move them through the rest of your piece. The whole goal of this is really just to be another tool that allows a customer to get information and to feel like they're kind of tied up with you in your process before moving on to somebody else, right? I told everybody, I was like, the biggest problem most of these guys are going to have is their customers are going to call them and be like, I got a quote and you didn't show up to do the wash. You know what I mean? Be like, well, that was just a quote. You didn't do a job. We wouldn't book anything. We were just that would be how my life was.
Exactly. So let me ask you a question. So is this just like residential? Is it commercial as well?
You can set it up for anything you want to. So you could do commercial. The commercial side, it's going to be a little harder to measure some of the areas, of course, from the, like a satellite view, but currently it's getting, a nice Google Maps essentially view that you can look down on. So you could get a good estimate on like parking, storefronts. If you knew they were 25-foot single story storefronts, that most I guess like Florida with places are kind of how it's like 25-foot standard, no
With
overhang.
4 stories of condos above them.
Exactly. It's like, just wash this front fascia, type of thing. So like that type, it can all still be done, but how you would want to have it set up would be specific towards the website that it would be on. So you wouldn't want to confuse a residential customer with a commercial customer. So if you were mainly in commercial, it would work that way for just that. But most people, this is going to work residential for them, and it's mainly just to keep those customers getting a million quotes, and kind of getting them going, wow, I've got somebody that's already given me an answer here. I know, and it eliminates the tire kickers, because I used to drive to every single quote. And I would give it out whether I knew the customer was going to buy or not. And that costs money. You show up with the truck, to the trailer, you're finishing work, trying to do an estimate, versus if the customer's, they're not going to go through this process, and kick your, or as soon as you do call, if they did go through it, they're going to be like, yeah, I got your quote, but buddy, that was way too high. Not what I'm looking for. Like immediately you'll have more of a temperature reading off of the customer once you do have a conversation with them afterwards, even if you don't talk to them first.
They'll know more of what they're getting to start with than you just slapping them in the face with a $1,600 bill.
Kyle's here now. That's right. You're right, Anthony. That's true. They won't be so surprised either. I like that mentality.
We don't talk about what happened earlier.
Yeah, we're not even going to bring up the Kyle conversation.
But Kyle asked if everything came out all right.
Oh,
we are
good.
I do have a question. And guys, if you have questions, please ask. But I have a question. So somebody sent me a picture of a commercial roof that hadn't been washed in 20 years. It's oxidized. It's aluminum painted oxidized. And we don't have a lot of that here in where we're at. And he wanted to know how to bid it. And I'm like, I honestly don't know. I would love to tell you. If it was me, if we had this here, I would double the cleaning process plus the chemicals and make sure you get, but I would take a gallon of whatever you're going to use and test it. Because if you got to get up there on a 2-story roof and scrub it with a brush, that's going to be way more liability and everything. So will this put that into effect? So if they call and it's an oxidized roof and they want it all clean, is there a program that can bid that too, or
It could do it. It wouldn't really be used for that purpose because it's general cleaning purposes, and that's specialty cleaning. If you only did that specialty cleaning, so let's say you only did tennis courts, 100% it could work, right? Because then people would all just be getting quotes on measuring their tennis courts, right? It would be simple, but in
Yeah.
terms of like a commercial roof based on on how damaged it is, or how because that's really essentially what's happening, is it's being torn up at this point, and needs it needs some love. And if you're having to agitate and scrub that, a total different process, it would be a specialty cleaning. But no, it wouldn't catch that. You wouldn't notice that. It would be more, it's more of a generalized piece to give them an idea when they're past the point of tire kicking and knowing they need the service, you know what I mean? But they don't want to call. What we found now, and this is all industries, and I can tell you this because I mean, you guys might not do it, but the people that are, let's say, in the ages from 20s to 40s now, in those ages, they don't want to talk to anybody before a service, right? They want to call somebody, and they don't want to call somebody. They want to get a quote online, right? They like, for me, any service that I want to get, I go online, and I don't want to talk to anybody. I'd like to get a general quote before I have you show up at my house and give me a sales pitch. Like, that's my my big thing, right? So that's happening in all industries, and especially in this one now, where customers want the same thing. They don't want to be, don't come over and give me the whole the spiel, and send your biggest, slickest sales guy over here to tell me all this stuff. I just need to generally know what it'll cost to splash some water on my house and clean it.
Yeah.
And you could do that. You could set up general packages of like, here's the cheapest. Like, you could do a realtor special. You know what I mean? Where it's just the splash and dash, and like, and like whatever it may be, because guys will get fancy, and they'll be like, oh, watch this, it's $99 no matter how much you measure it, right? Just so that you can get out there and upsell them, right?
Right. So, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, just, like I said, don't have them a shock if their house comes out to be, if the roof, the house, driveway, and it comes out $1,500-$1,600. Another thing it cut down on is having all the traffic coming to their house.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of people this day and time, they don't want 15 contractors to show up to their house giving them bids. And, because every company's not, quote, the words I'm looking for here,
Efficient, on time,
liable,
reliable,
reliable. That's the word.
trustworthy. I mean, you may
reputable.
May have stuff in your garage that you don't want people to pick up and carry away.
Yeah.
I mean, so it cuts down on the riffraff, really.
Yeah.
I mean, because some of the guys, they're around here. I mean, there's a couple of guys around our neck of the wood. I wouldn't want them washing my house.
Right.
I mean, they just, appearance makes a big first impression towards somebody. I mean, if you're running around here and you're a swimsuit, I mean,
yeah.
I think, are you on cough medicine, Anthony?
Hey, yeah. Hey,
I'm on everything else,
but customers will judge you for that. I had a customer.
But I mean,
yeah, I had a customer one time question my truck for being dirty. My truck had mud all over it from pulling off one job site to the next. I had 4-wheel drive and extra wide tires, and so I had mud slung all up the back of the trailer, and I pulled up to the next job late. And I was just giving her a quote, and she was like, "Well, I hope that truck doesn't reflect the work that you're going to do here." And I was like, "Ma'am, if you knew how much I like having a clean vehicle, you would know."
And I say this all the time, and I get so much guff. Is you pull up and you've got your pressure washing machine, no matter what size, and if you got a skid, you got a trailer, you got a 4-gallon, you got 2.3. I don't care what you got, but if you open your truck bed, or have it sitting on your trailer, and there's a bottle of dish soap and a gallon of bleach, the homeowner's going to look at you and like, I got this shit in my house. Like, what am I paying you for? Is if it's you can just use household stuff. Why am I paying a professional to do the job? And I know I get a lot of guff. A lot of guys use dish soap. Be careful, because there are some that can cause. Some mushroom clouds can get you sick. Not all of them, but there are some. And I'm not knocking you. I want you guys to make money, but the image when you show up at the job. I mean, if you go to a dentist and they got a pair of pliers and a damn impact on their table, would you be like, I don't think I need to be here? You know, you don't have the right tools for the job. So it's not that it doesn't work. You know, there are things that do work, but the image and your brand should be the most important thing to your business.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a huge piece. Customers are judging you on that first. Like if you get out of the truck and stuff's falling out of your truck, you know, like right now it's a good downtime. So if you're watching this, clean your truck, right? Clean your trailer, like get all that crap off the top of the trailer that's sitting on your hoses that shouldn't be on, you know, like that type of stuff. Cause that's typically what happens, but it's easy. We get busy. The one thing I will say about cleaning for soaps and custom labels and stuff, some of the coolest rigs I've ever seen always private labeled their own stuff. And it would be like our soap, you know, like their brand and like soap. And it would be like the next bottle over would be their brand. And like, it's just a sticker with just a label on it, you know, like another label, something simple. But if a customer ever saw it, they'd be like, what do you use? Oh, I just use my own little special sauce. It's like a pool guy. Like a pool guy's not going to tell you, be like, oh man, this is what I use. I use these brands. They're gonna be like, no, I use stuff. Don't worry about this. I'm a chemist. I do chemistry, you know.
But if you do that, make sure you've got all the information on the back.
100%. Yeah, the SDS sheet.
You get pulled over, and it's like, what is this? And it's.
I'm talking about spray bottles. That's what I like.
If it's this, and then you get pulled over, and like you need your SDS, it's like, well, none of this is here. It's like, oh, I ripped the label off and put my own. Like, I don't. You got to prove what it is. So, make sure you're compliant on everything out there, because there's a lot of rules and regulations, and you know, you don't want a $10,000 fine because you put your own little sticker on a bottle without all the other information. So, you know, just make sure you're safe. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, and there's in your slow time is their slow time. So I mean, I don't know if you notice there's more police out there. There's more of the government officials out there. I don't know if they got to make a quota at the end of the year, but I see more of these guys out there at the end of the year. So especially in Florida, because we're out watching and they're bored, I think.
DOT was busting trucks all day today on 75.
I don't know. What is that? I mean, do they all come from the whole country and come to Florida and Texas?
I don't know.
I mean, it's like, oh, they're bored, they're watching, let's go attack them. You know, I don't know, but make sure you're compliant, make sure you have, I've heard this, I don't know if it's true, but I've heard it multiple times by different people. You have to have a paper copy of your SDS. They do not want one on your phone.
I've heard that you had to have a binder. That's what I always thought.
You have to have a binder with a paper copy, because if somebody pulls you over, you're going to hand your phone. It's like, here. And they're like, I don't want to see that.
It's similar to you ever working at a restaurant. Like there's a book, you know what I mean? In the manager's office, there's a book. Well, guess what? Your truck's the manager's office, brother. Like I had a binder. It wasn't organized, but it was a binder, and I had everything that we carried in us on it.
Oh yeah, we had our business license. We had everything that we had done. And Anthony, right now, because I'm not out washing now because I'm still doing what I'm doing.
Right quick.
But,
right quick.
Come on.
Oh, I'm like, if you got busted, I thought you wanted to say something. If you got busted with a $10,000 fine today in December, what would that do to your business? That would hurt. So you guys, I know.
I just write them a check and call it a day.
Okay.
He's got it like that.
I ain't gonna sweat it. I ain't gonna sweat it that much. I know who my daddy is.
All right, Tracy, I'm sorry you're not getting that diamond necklace now. But I'm just saying, it's something so simple.
It'd be devastating. It would hurt.
And something that simple could devastate your business. It could cost you your business. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be, you know, spoken out here in the industry, not because we're just talking and we're not gurus. None of us are gurus. I've never claimed that, and I've never will.
She's got a business card.
I do not have
it. She hands that out.
You got the belt to prove it.
Yes, she does.
I do not have a guru business card.
No, a belt. He said
I have a title belt, but it doesn't say guru.
You got the belt and the crown.
Dang it. Just said brew.
So, I mean,
Northwest Buffalo, yeah, dude, it would be bad, man. It would be bad for anybody that gets
it would be terrible.
I mean, over the years, we've been stopped by OSHA. You know, we've gotten an accident with chemicals on our truck.
Yeah.
We had OSHA come and Shane was on a roof and he said, shut this down. Why is that guy on a roof without a harness? It was a flat 2nd-story roof. It wasn't scary,
Yeah.
but we had to have the paperwork and we handed him the binder. So,
yeah.
you know, I'm not a guru, but I have lived this pressure washing life for over 20 years.
No.
And I have been through some crap that people don't need to go through. If you have your stuff in line and just be compliant on everything, it might be annoying, it might be a pain in the butt, but it's going to save you in the end.
Yeah.
So anyway,
But that's why we do what we do, because
yeah, we do.
we've been through all this stuff, and
Right.
it's for the new up and comer that coming in the business they don't know.
Yeah.
And
well, it's not
that's
like
what
this
we're
is
here
one of those
for.
industries that doesn't have a lot of law, right?
No,
This is
we don't.
exactly how you
But
do
it's
it.
got laws. They don't have a lot, but it's got
It's got laws, but it
one that
doesn't
can
have.
really stick it to
Yeah.
you.
We're not like a it's a
not regulated.
governed industry, right?
Yeah, we're
So
not regulated.
the benefit of this is having people that know, like same thing with us and what we've done. Dab marketing, with Alana, we built this out of helping people. But QuickQuote is the same thing. The only reason why this is even happening is because I've lived it, right? Like I've watched, I know what I'm like, man, this could work. Holy crap, this could help people. This could do something for somebody else. Same thing with you, Trudy. It's like everything that you do every day, your story, like the stuff that you put out there, the education that you put out there, the even the small little like blurbs of education. A lot of people go, it might not be information that they learned on, but it might spark an idea in their head where they go, I need to do some more research because I forgot about that. Like I haven't thought about that recently. Like all the guys sitting here listening who don't have a binder are going to go, I should put a binder together this week while I'm not working.
And it's something
Panhandle's got them. You can just call down there and they'll send you one.
Yeah.
So it's well, now we all digital now. It's all on the
You can print them yourself, she said.
dude, I did that for months. You know how many pieces of paper I put in binders?
You're right, Anthony. Yeah, in the door pocket.
But I mean, you guys are terrible. I get picked on at home. I work with men all day and I gotta come here and listen to you guys picking on me.
That's what happens.
I know.
It's because everybody loves you. That's why.
Let's jump back to this
somebody asked
QuickQuote
the question. No, you
Okay.
have it in your truck. If you put it on your trailer, well, your trailer is going to get nasty. Just keep it in your truck. I mean, you're not going to be without your trailer. You're going to have your truck. Just unless you use another truck to pull the trailer, but keep it wherever your trailer is going to be, wherever your equipment is. But we had DOT and EPA have different rules for the same industry.
Yeah.
And they don't agree on them.
Right.
I dug into like DOT rules and regulations, and then into the EPA, and they're like, oh, well, we don't follow their rules. And I'm like, okay, so I mean, it's the same chemicals. Why can't you get along? Can we all not play nice in the playground and just make some rules?
Government agencies not communicating? What?
What? No, they're not. They're not.
What? Not this country.
No. But anyway, so
our two counties don't talk to each other. What are you talking about?
They don't. So yes, tax ID, your business license, all that stuff needs to be in there. Your workman's comp or workman's comp exempt needs to be in your binder.
Yeah.
Keep that in there because they're going to ask for all that. Anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. We just went to a whole different.
It's planning. We're talking downtime and seasoning, right? Like
that's why we got there. But
it's all good stuff. Nobody cares.
It's education and information. So
what about some key features?
Yes, so DOT, EPA, FMSCA, I said CDL, all have different requirements and different enforcements. They do.
Oh, yeah. They're cracking the
They
whip.
do. So make sure you know.
Crack it down.
Yep. So you might get pulled over by DOT and then get pulled over by the state for CDL, and one's going to say, "Oh, you're good," and the other's like, "Nope, I'm giving you a citation." So make sure you know your rules and regulations, and that's a good thing to do in your downtime.
All right, key features. I know that's what you're talking about. I know we're moving back. Okay, let's talk about stuff and things and work and everything else. Okay. Fine. Okay. All right. So the key features, right, is that one of the key features in this is that the onboarding and the customer service from the team is unmatched, right? And it's not me. You don't have to talk to me on the phone, but the team over at My Salesman is crazy. They asked us, they were like, "Do you guys want to onboard or do you want us to onboard?" And I was like, "That's the dumbest question I've ever heard." Like, I called them on accident one time and they called me back, and it was just the most pleasant people on the phone. And I'm like, why are you so, I felt so bad. And I was like, "I'm sorry, I was checking something and I didn't mean to put this in." And they just called, just try, like, instantly trying to help. So it was so cool. But it's neat. Like, once, like, one of the key features is a lot of people buy software and then they go, "Cool, here's your stuff." The company you buy it from goes, "Here's your stuff. Thanks. I'll take your
Figure
money.
it out.
Hope it works for you." Right. And they don't care whether it works or not. Right. They genuinely
They got
don't
their
care.
money.
Right.
That's called a tail light warranty.
That's
what it's
it.
called, tail light warranty.
Till you
Tail
see
light
it, see the
warranty.
tail light. Till you
Soon as I get this
tail light.
spear out of my sight.
Yeah, that's a problem. So the coolest thing about this is that there's an entire onboarding team, right? So on, you know, for customers, there's an hour, up to an hour call, just as an immediate onboarding call that you get with a team that's going to show you how it works, you know, how to onboard it into, or, you know, into your system and work it for your business. So it's not like you're just like, "Here you go. Like, here's what it is, figure it out." Like, you actually have help, you know, plus you have people like us in the industry who know about the industry too. So it's cool, like, you know, to have that connection, but really in kind to trying to maximize it and seeing what it can do. But that's one of my favorite things, right? Is the key feature is you can try it. It's free for 30 days, and, you know, and you can see if you like it. We'll onboard you with the team, see if it works out for your brand. It's not for everybody, but it's going to work freaking amazing for a lot of people. Like, it, and a lot of them are going to rely on it. And that's the whole point. Like, that's the whole point of having tools, is that it becomes something that you can rely on. So that's one of the, like, I guess the best, you know, I think features on it. The other thing is, like, in my mind, I guess the other easiest feature is that once you set your pricing and you have your general pricing, you know, structure laid out and all that information's in there, it's done. You know, you can send it out. Like, you can literally have it as a little button on the top of your website that says "Get a quote now." You can have it on your YouTube videos as a floating button that says "Get a quote now." You can have it on your, you know, on the bottom links of any of your videos that you do. You can have it as a QR code on your business card, a QR code on your truck. You know, all of that can be utilized now, that you can just say, "Do you want a quote? Get one." And just have, and you can have people, and the best thing is, right, it being like a lead generating tool. If you had an ability to get 100 extra leads coming in just because you're giving, you know, these QR codes that are going out, and if people are actually putting in their information, then expecting a phone call on this other side of it, you know what I mean? Like, once it comes out, they're going to go, "Oh, cool, somebody's going to call me about this." Like, they're not dumb. It's not going to be like a surprise. They're going to be like, "Oh, sweet," because it shows your name and your picture and, like, of your sales team, and it's like, expect a call from Jared. You know what I mean? They're going to call and sell you on this. Yeah, make sure this happens.
So I have,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay, no, I had a question. So you're going to quote like a basic house wash. Is there any verbiage about specialty stains or this and this would be extra?
Yeah,
Is
so
that
you can
on
put,
there?
so you could put all that in there you want to.
Okay.
What I would recommend, and what most people will do, is this is a generic quote, and what it's a generic quote that our team is going to, like, it's going to help our sales team follow up with you better, right? And so what I would do is I would take that paper, or it's on my phone, basically, once they did a quote, and go out and physically see it and say, "Hey, yeah, doing the general quote, this is, you know, for a general house wash, this is what we're looking at. Miss Johnson, though, I wanted to show you some troubled areas that we saw on your property when we were out there. This is going to require some specialty cleaning, which costs a little bit extra." Your software is not going to pick that up. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the whole point. But what it will do is, a customer, for example, if they select a roof cleaning, it will give you the option to go, "Well, what type of roof is it?" Like, they can go, "Well, cool, I've got an asphalt shingle roof. Awesome." You can quite change the pricing differently from that. If it's a tile roof, you know, if you wanted to have, you know, even mad pitches in there, you could do things, but you can put material types. I like the paver sealing aspect of it. And this is the pictures that we've got now are even more updated and recently, but we have like paver sealing section where you can see where customers can go out and measure, you know, an area on a whole driveway and get a quote, you know, for what their paver sealing would cost, you know, and the process on that. And you can put the general information in, whatever you want to put in there, you can put in there to give them, I guess, information on the services that you want. So originally how I was trying to set it up was like and for if I was going to run a wash business, it would be like an A, B, and C, property type or a wash type setup, where I would say package A costs this, on a range of this much. It includes these types of things. B includes this, C includes that. And then once the customer puts in, they click whatever they want, and then it gives them a general estimate. They can go in and do it multiple times too. So it's cool is you'll get customers that it's a hot lead because they've done it 3 or 4 times, right? Like they're on your site now, and this keeps them on your website, right? This keeps them not on your website, but this keeps them on your business, not moving away from you to someone else, and to another competitor, right? That's the key.
And lately, I mean, since COVID and all this, everybody's like, they want that instant. They don't want to wait.
100%.
Because, back then we all had to wait for everything. We opened our business 2020, which was everybody was closing. We just like, oh, let's just open something.
It's a great time. It was a great time.
Great timing. So, we had supply issues from day one, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nobody was answering. It took us 8 months to get the paperwork to do basic stuff. And after that, everybody was so over it. And so now everybody just wants instant gratification. Yeah. They want it now. Actually, they want it yesterday. So for this to actually just open up the doorway, like, I'm here, I'll get back with you. Here's your basic quote. We'll talk more about whatever services you want. It's awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
It's
another sales tool to help keep a contact hot, right? Because that customer is going to feel way more informed when they know, like, for example, like Anthony said, people don't want a bunch of quotes, so they're only going to get 3, right? Mm-hmm. Well, they've already gotten 1 technically from you, but they know your sales guy's going to come out, so they're expecting your guy to come out, right? Like, how awesome is it going to feel when you show up and they know, and hey, well, you already saw it's probably going to be this range. We're just going to make sure that it's that price, and you will walk them through the whole thing, then you still do the whole sales process, but you're further along than all of the other guys that walk up to that door. Like you've given the customer this taste where they go, this is a pro. Like, this guy does this for a living, not the guys who open up the door and all the stuff falls out of the truck.
And you said they get a name and a picture for people who's going to come out.
So what you'll do is it's whoever you have set up for your account. How I have it set up, and I can, on if you look on my Facebook page, you can see recent screenshots that I've shared where it has like your photo, your salesman name, and what it does is it has all at the top. It's all your company's information, and so it has who the salesperson is, who you would call there, and it's information that you give. So if you know that only this guy does your estimates, or for you, Trudy, for Classic Touch, essentially it's your face, it's your face and it's you out there, right? And that's it. And Anthony, it would be your face, that you would have until you get a guy that starts doing that for you, but in reality, it's to help. It's going to help most people that are guys that are washing in the truck, and still trying to move things, wear all the hats, I guess. It happened too fast. I didn't even see what Barry said. Dang
my God.
Something about plants.
Put it back out there.
Oh, the mafia. Let's go.
I just went from queen to godmother. I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about, Trudy.
So,
elevation.
So you know what I like is, most of the people that call to get quotes in Florida, for me, it's probably 95% women. You talk to on the phone, right? You get a name and you get a photo and you get somebody that's going to come to your house. For me, as being a female, that would make me feel so much more secure than some random guy showing up in his cutoff shorts and his jorts or whatever they're wearing.
Jorts. Man, I'm here to fix your house, to wash your house, man.
It's to me, it's more professional. It's more. I would feel safer knowing that when somebody knocks on my door, look out the window, I'm on my phone going, yep, that's him. That makes me feel safe and secure. Than, just some random guy showing up. It's like, hey, I'm here. And you're like, who are you? Because that I feel like that happens a lot with the Angie's List stuff. You don't know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
They still around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting wild. So people, I know somebody that was like, I called a plumber and I had people knocking on my door, and I was like, and I'm like, hi, it ain't that bad for pressure washing yet, but it's getting close. You know what I mean? Like, just
Getting
like,
worse.
Kurt, you need service. I'm already here.
I mean, luckily for me as a woman washing, I had a damn 9-gallon Mint 3500 with, that was my gun. I mean, it is a gun, but it was like, you come near me, I'm shooting your
Back
ass.
up,
Oops, I
back
said that word.
up.
But, you know,
You
it's,
get one of them AR guns.
It's not
Yeah.
clean humor tonight. Just
yeah,
kidding.
I don't think I could show up at a house with one of those pressure washing like AR guns. I would feel like that somebody
No.
in Florida, open carry, I would get killed to come up and wash their house. I feel like that would be a bad
You
thing.
could be spraying somebody's house and they bust
Super
the window
cool,
out
yeah.
with a real one.
I mean, it looked cool. I don't
Say
think I
hello to
would
my
pull
little
that out of
friend.
I wouldn't pull that out of my truck. It's like, I'm here, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could do that. Not in Florida. I mean,
I
there's
think
some
it's still-
states I'd feel safe doing that, but Florida's not one of them.
So why it wins?
Why?
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 Why it wins?
Why it wins? Man, honestly, it wins from just like I was just gonna say earlier, is like everybody on a lot of businesses are wearing too many hats, you know, and we always talk about that. Everybody's trying to plan on how to make things better in their business. One step in moving forward is having more leads, right? Building a pool of leads coming in. Well, if you start running ads and you start having people clicking and getting quotes from multiple different sources, and you actually build a list and a lead, a pool of leads to call, you know, like Anthony, if you woke up tomorrow morning, you had 20 leads, you know, not not magically appearing. If you put ads out there and 20 leads and you had generally 20 leads, it'd be hard to go wash. You know, you'd be like, I got to hire a guy so I can go so I can go quote these leads, right? And so what happens is most business owners get a bunch of leads and then they go wash, but let off the gas on the leads, right? And so it's this ebb and flow that happens, right? So this wins to be a tool for consistency. The goal, and this is what I learned when in my business, was when I ran ads, that my partner helped me. He said, if you're going to run ads, you're going to run them consistently for 12 months and not stop, right? So I didn't just dabble in ads. I said I'm going to run them, and ran them full steam. So when I ran them, I was committed to it. In this case, for software, and what you'd be utilizing out there is, if you were running ads, you could consistently know that you're out there washing, people can actually get a quote. They can actually get something from you, and you can move them forward. Even though you hadn't talked to them on the phone, they're still going to feel like they have a commitment from you, more so than even if they didn't. But how I would change my voicemail, it would be like, hey, you didn't catch me on the phone, but you can get a quick, quote. You can get a quote right on my, I said quick quote. That's why we call it that. You can get a quick quote on my website by just going to ... Here's my website, and click and get an estimate. And then right there, they're going to have a general price, and you've already got their info. That's the best part. So that's why, to me, it wins. It allows you to take off one of those hats you're wearing, and it's not setting it down. It's putting it on somebody else, not AI, not fake software, like really, or, a real tool that's designed to really help you, run your business and keep it moving forward.
So, Shane, he washes all day. All day he washes. And then when he gets home, he showers, gets chlorine off, gets smelling all pretty for me. And then he's behind the computer. So I got to wait. I can smell him, but I just got to wait because he's got to do the bookwork. He's got to answer the voicemails. He's got to do all this.
Yeah.
And he loses a lot of those jobs because he was out washing all day and couldn't answer the phone.
Yeah. They already booked with somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this, like you said, it just keeps them hooked. It's like, oh, this person answered right away. I've got a generic quote. It's going to be around this much. Okay, well, I can do that. That's, and I think that's a great tool to have to keep your business going, because you can lose a lot of business by the time you get home and you shower and you smell all pretty for your wife.
Yeah.
You could lose that business. So if this it's on your website, there's no phone, you got to put the link on your phone, on your voicemail. Is that?
You can send the link in a text message. You can do it anything. It's just like sending a link to your website, or sending your website link, but it's a separate link that has all of your information, in it. Not like another website, but yes, you can customize all the prices and the range. So you put in, you tell people these are what my prices are. You can tell people how much you want it to quote the range too. What I like is you can set minimums. Oh, another cool feature that I didn't even think about, you could set map ranges. Okay. So if you don't want to work outside of a specific area, you can select that. So they won't even be able to get a quote from you if it's outside of your service area. That's one of my favorite parts for it.
Oh,
So,
that's
so if you're
amazing.
running an ad in the wrong place, you'll know it because they won't even be able to get, you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to call you and be like, I tried, your stuff doesn't work on your website. Like, well, my ads are wrong. That's what you need to fix, at that point. But really, you could set your specific range of where you want to allow people to even be able to quote from, so if it's a 30, 50 mile, whatever that is, and it's only going to be able to quote addresses in that. And it can give exact pricing too. You can do that, but most people don't. Like they don't want to give out their exact price, on it. They want to give out a range. The coolest thing, and I will say this, is that it being a part of a larger company, My Salesman is a huge company and their brand is killer, and their customer service is killer. Their development team is unreal. What I like about having them as the guys, basically they're the key, the key leader in all of this and making all this possible. If it weren't, having them, running this to be able to fix problems or to be able to move this forward for contractors in multiple different industries is a cool piece. Having people that are there to onboard it, having the capabilities of working with somebody, that you can understand on the phone, like that's nice, too. But it's just there's so many things that we wanted to be able to bring this to larger scale, and it's going to go larger scale. So the cool thing is, from the people that are on the tech side of it and on the back end, and it working with like My Salesman, it has an open API, so we can work with companies that are willing to, like House Call Pro, any of these other CRMs, and this information can automatically populate over into your CRM, if it works out that way. But we're still super early in that and haven't had those conversations yet, but it's already set up and ready to go for that when the time comes. So it's not like it's just me trying to figure this out. Like, I'm not trying, like these guys are pros, and it's so cool to be able to be a part of it. And basically we were just like, we just showed them how we would do it if we were going to be washers and working it in the industry, and wanted to be the ones that bring it to you guys, to everybody that's washing.
So, what's crazy for me, starting back in the early 2025s, because I'm not that old, all this new excuse me, Anthony.
See you, Larry.
The industry this long, and my soft wash was a pump up and a garden hose,
Yeah, right.
We've got all these. What was that face?
That was because those are the days, man.
I know.
Like those were the days.
So now we've got AI, we've got this kind of stuff, we've got CRM, we got stuff that is just so crazy to me, because we had to do the legwork. We didn't have we had internet. I think it was dial up. I don't remember that far back, but we didn't have social media. We didn't have all the tools that are available. And, people, I know I put my information out there. I pull information from different sites, and I use AI to clean it up, to make it sound, that you can understand what I'm trying to say, because you know me, I'm all over the place. I go here, there, so it cleans it up. And I used to be so scared to use these tools, and now I use them. I get backlash a lot. It's like, oh, you're copying and pasting. No, I've got information that I put in, and AI helps me clean it up so you guys can understand what I'm trying to say, because my mind works 10,000 miles an hour. My mouth doesn't work, and my fingers don't work that fast. So my mouth is working that fast right now, but I'm just saying, I'm trying to keep up with you. But these tools that are available to these washers and these businesses right now are just amazing. I mean, you guys can go so much further, so much faster.
Oh yeah.
Than we could with a pump up spray and a garden hose. It's so amazing to me that I can't even.
We live in a world where you free business, right? It did not exist 25 years ago. That was unheard of. You couldn't.
That long ago. It wasn't that
you
long
couldn't
ago.
do that, but you couldn't do it. I'm not saying that was your time, but I'm just saying, just in general, anybody who was doing it back then will tell you it was the yellow pages owned the world. You know what I'm saying? If you were a legit business, if you ran an ad in the yellow pages, right? Like that's what made you you know, a company, you could get leads, right? You could do something with yourself. But if you weren't, it was a hobby, right? It was like a weekend business type thing. Now, dude, you can have people believe in your brand is some huge thing that you're like, oh yeah, I have a lot of part-time weekend guys, you know what I mean, that wash like 2 or 3 days a week, that their customers think that they're, you know, $1 million companies, and most of them are almost doing that, you know what I mean, like they're doing really good for 2 or 3 days, you know, they're crushing it. But it's crazy to see what, you know, the ability that we have to grow. But there's a lot more attention in the industry too, you know, people are more aware of it and everything else too. See you, bro.
Bedtime. You're in Oregon. What are you
Bedtime,
doing?
yeah. What are you talking about?
I mean,
Kids.
you're in
Well,
Oregon.
kids, maybe kids, maybe little kids,
7
little
p.m.
babies.
Oh, babies. I thought he was
Maybe
going to bed. I'm like,
babies.
it's 7 p.m.
It could be
Sorry.
babies.
My Oregonian person came out. I'm like, what are you talking about? 7 p.m., man. Anyway, but what I'm getting at, don't be afraid to use the tools that we have now.
Yeah.
I've been afraid for years. I mean, literally, how long's AI been out? Like, I started using it last week. You know, I'm just like, it's been out for years, but I was so afraid. I'm like, that doesn't sound like me. But and people, like, when I make an educational post or informational post, are like, oh, well, you didn't do this, you didn't say this right. And I'm like, God, I mean, my mind, it sounded good, you know? So now, and, you know, I do, it's like, AI, can you make this more professional? Can you make it, you know, my words and make it do this? But then if I don't like it, I go back and say, you know what? It doesn't sound like me. So my personal Merry Christmas, you know, all those personal posts, that's me. But if it's something that I compile from different people and from myself, and I want to put it together and compile it to make it more understandable, use it. Use that on your website. Use it when you do bids. Use it when you do quotes. Use it whenever, you know, use the tools that we have now, because oh my God, they're amazing. They're a lot. They're a lot. You know, I mean, I don't understand everything because I'm technology retarded, but I'm now using them, and tools like you guys have with the QuickQuote.
Yeah. It's taking on something new, you know, like it's not like you have to try everything, right? Like you've done a lot of stuff in your life and in your business, and a lot of stuff that works. You're just now, like you said, I'm just now deciding to try this. It's not that you were necessarily reluctant. It's not necessarily that, you know, it's that you knew other stuff that was working, and this is what you were used to doing. Now you've decided that you want to try it, and it's a tool now that you're going, it works, so I'm gonna have to keep using it, right? Like it's kind of like everything else we do. Like when I advertised in my business, I was like, there's no way I could give Google my money, and then it was like all of a sudden I gave $2,000 a month, and then then my business was, I'm like, the phone's ringing. Oh my gosh. Like it's seriously like, and I was freaking out. It took me 3 months. I was so sarcastic. And like finally 3rd month in, I'm like, okay, this is legit. Like now I know that this is how businesses run. And now on a larger scale, I know that's how a lot of complete industries run. It's from advertising alone. It's all fake, you know, like they're literally, you know, like I told Alana all the time, I'm like, there's companies out there scamming people that aren't even helping people, making more money than companies that are helping people, you know, that are doing stuff. I know Trudy's been needing to get on AI game for a long time.
I just got called out. I just got called out on social media. I might be a little hard headed and stubborn.
It's okay.
I mean, I might be just a little.
Well, you're not alone though. I have a friend of mine, Royce, had messaged me the other day, and he's like, dude, I was in a bind and I needed something, and it really came through clutch for me. And I appreciate, you know, you've been talking about it for so long. So he's like, well, if it works for you, it's got to work for me too. And he figured it out, and it was cool. I'm like, that's the whole point. That's the whole point, right? In business, all of us are just figuring it out. It's not like that there's this special sauce that exists. Trudy sells it. It's you know, fairy dust, right? And you sprinkle it on your business, and then overnight it's better. You know, like that's not how it works.
No, I do that with my cooking, but not my business. I got this special sauce for my cooking.
You have to work for the business, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's the same
yeah,
thing. Like you didn't get how many followers do you have? 7,000 followers at least. Like you didn't get that from making
got 250,000 followers. What are you talking about?
you didn't get that from just, you know, making stupid posts every single day. You didn't, you know, it happened from putting in the work, you know, from talking to contractors and building relationships. And same thing in all of our businesses, right? Like the more we reach out to get into the community, the more we do, you know, for our community, or the more we do for, you know, our local, you know, outreach and our marketing and contractors and commercial accounts, the better we're going to be.
So we
there's clients on here on your little spot here that some comments they made. You got Classic Touch down here. Said quick quotes made.
Got Shane's in there.
What? My husband's
sale process much easier while we work.
Did I say anything wrong?
No.
Okay,
and then they follow up afterwards. And you got another one from Hayes Valley Soft Wash. Has helped us close more deals and increased our average job size. A must have for service contractors.
It's working, man, for people. We're excited about it.
So
I'm really excited to help people. Yeah.
And everything, and we're getting blowed up over here on mine and Trudy's, and the boss lady's hollering at us.
I know. So I know. I mean, I love it how Jared keeps it short all the time. I love it. I don't even think
it sounds like it's going to be a really good tool to have in your arsenal.
Yeah.
To have on your side, and
to have a passionate person that doesn't even breathe when he's here explaining what he does. That's passion. That's love. That's love for the industry, and we love it. But I know his woman wants him home.
10:05. It's a late night.
But you know what? This is going to be our last podcast till after Christmas.
Yeah.
So we want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Spend time with one you love. Don't talk about politics or religion. Just keep it, happy and lovable. And you know what? Last podcast till 20. Really? That's before the year?
Till 2026. Yeah.
And you're rushing us off, and we're gonna have 2 weeks off.
Next, 2 weeks, right?
Anthony, we could be drunk the whole holiday season. Oh, sorry. I didn't say that. It's fine.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Guys, if y'all ain't got your shopping done, get over to Panhandle. And
I got grandbaby
shopping online.
Trudy, how long before Christmas? Like, when's your deadline on buying stuff at your at the show, or like on most shipping? When's your last day before?
Shipping? Well, I don't know about shipping because I can't.
Or when you gonna close? When you gonna close?
When the warehouse closes?
We're open Monday and Tuesday. No, we're open. So we're gonna be closed for, and I don't think they pick up. We usually just close when UPS. Okay, this is me being a horrible boss and a workaholic. We only shut up when UPS and FedEx don't pick up. That's when we close.
Are you gonna be closed?
Everybody sees the nice Trudy, but she's like, we're always open around here 24/7.
It was like, when's our holiday hours? Let me call UPS and find out.
If UPS is open, what do you like? Do you like checking the Waffle House to see if their schedule is good? Like, if Waffle House is open, we're open.
Yeah. I mean, we can. If Waffle House is open during a hurricane, we can sell shit. No, we're open Monday and Tuesday, but we're actually having a Panhandle Christmas party tomorrow night. Sorry, Anthony. You can come down to Top Golf. Come on.
Hurry up, Anthony.
You'll be here. Come on.
You're not going to be there, Anthony?
I know.
I guess not. I wasn't invited this year.
I'm driving up in the morning. Apparently, I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah, you can come up in the morning. No, we didn't do a. Last year we did a customer appreciation and Christmas, but this year I've just been so busy making up for lost time. We're just doing a staff employee Christmas party, so we're taking them to Top Golf. So
I'm not on payroll.
Golf one-handed. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm going to try to do my best.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I think, you know what? I should hire somebody to golf for me.
A stand-in. While you drink, you could just have a pro golfer. Just be like,
yeah. It's like
it's your turn.
But anyway, no, we want here at Panhandle and at Clean Humor Podcast. We want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Well, we'll be here for New Year. We can say Happy New Year.
Yeah. We'll just say something.
We'll say something.
We'll come on and say something real short during the day or something other. And wish everybody all their Merry Christmas and all that stuff. Y'all ain't seen the last of us this year, I'm sure, guys.
No. I mean, because I never get on social media.
But anyway, get over to Dow Market and get you some cool swag going on. Get over to the Panhandle store. Get you some new equipment for for the first of the year and keep up with the Joneses. Jared, man, brother, it was good to see you.
Yes.
Can't wait till that
Thank you
pear
for
tree starts blossoming out. I'm gonna get down there and get the first fruits off of it this coming up year.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna get the bad end of that stick there.
At least he's not
Anyway,
cutting it down.
It's true.
It's been
True.
real. It's been
live.
fun. Love you, bro.
Love you, man. Thank you,
All right,
guys.
love you guys. Merry Christmas.
See y'all.
Bye.